Hello and welcome to Healthylife Counseling and Consultancy, where we promote mental health care to the glory of God. So our today's video, we are going to talk about mental health. I am sure that we have heard the word mental health for a very long time, especially in the COVID-19 period. We used to hear about mental health, about depression, about stress, domestic violence, and all that, but dealing with mental health issues. The word mental health has been used so many times, but we might need to ask ourselves, what is this thing that is being referred to as mental health? So mental health, I say, includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act. And it also helps to determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make healthy choices. So in short, what we are trying to say is that mental health involves and revolves around every sphere and aspect of our lives. That how you think, how you feel, how you behave, how you react in certain situations has all to do about mental health. And it is very important at every stage of life, from childhood, adolescence, and through adulthood. In every developmental stage of a human being, mental wellness and mental health is very, very important. But it's good to say that although the terms are often used interchangeably, poor mental health and mental illness are not really the same. A person can experience poor mental health and not be diagnosed with a mental illness. And likewise, a person diagnosed with a mental illness can experience periods of physical, mental, and social well-being. But we need to ask ourselves, why is mental health important for our overall health? So mental and physical health are equally important components of overall health. For example, depression increases the risk for many types of physical health problems, and particularly long-lasting conditions like diabetes, like hypertension, heart disease, and stroke. And similarly, the presence of chronic conditions can increase the risk for mental wellness. So simply what I am trying, or what we're trying to say in this point, is that equally as in as much as we focus so much on physical health, mental health cannot be left out. Because without good and proper mental health, then the physical health is as well at risk. But can your mental health change over time? Yes. It's important to remember that a person's mental health can change over time. But this depends on many factors. When the demands placed on a person exceed their resources and coping abilities, their mental health could be impacted. For example, if someone is working for long hours, caring for a relative who is sick, or experiencing economic hardship, they may experience poor mental health. And this can be actually given by a good example during the COVID-19 pandemic season. Many people lost their jobs. There was lockdown, and people were staying at homes. And in 2020, research shows that in Kenya, actually, there was an increase in domestic violence. But why? Because it all has to do with mental wellness. You find that people, somebody had a stable job, they were able to provide for their family, and then this pandemic has struck, and they have lost their job, and the economy has gone up. It is very hard, and everything, the stresses of life, the stresses at home and everything, and people tend not to know how to cope with such situations. So yes, mental health can change over time. But then, how common are mental illnesses? Now, mental illnesses are among most common health conditions in the United States and in the world generally. Now, I am using the United States because most researches about these illnesses are carried out in the US and in the Western countries. So more than 50% will be diagnosed with a mental illness or disorder at the same point, or rather at some point in their life. Actually, a study done by National Institute of Mental Health shows that about 40% of adults will at one point experience a mental health disorder. In America, for example, one in 5 Americans will experience a mental illness in a given period of 12 months or 1 year. And 1 in 5 children, either currently or at some point during their life, have had a serious, debilitating mental illness. And 1 in 25 Americans lives with a serious mental illness. For example, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and major depression. Now, these statistics are showing that mental illnesses are something that we cannot run away from. These are issues and illnesses that are affecting the society and the community, and not only in the United States alone, even in the other parts of the world. So what are the causes of mental illnesses? Yes, we have seen that mental illness or rather mental health can change with time, and we've seen that it is very common. But then what are the causes of mental illnesses? So there is no single cause for mental illness, but a number of factors can contribute to risk for mental illnesses, such as number 1, early adverse life experiences, such as trauma or a history of abuse. For example, child abuse, sexual assault, witnessing violence, etc. Now, we have children who grow up in an environment where there is just so much violence. These children grow with trauma. Others are being neglected by their parents at a very tender age. And this is a risk factor that can contribute to mental illnesses. Number 2, experiences related to other ongoing chronic medical conditions, such as cancer or diabetes. These where maybe somebody is not, maybe they are still in the denial stage of such an illness, or such an illness is limiting them to doing some of the things that as common human beings in their developmental stage they should be doing. And thus this makes them have mental illnesses because of how maybe they might view themselves. Number 3, biological factors or chemical imbalances in the brain, and that has all to do with the brain. Number 4, use of alcohol or drugs. Now, drugs are a very high contributing factor to mental illnesses. And lastly, having feelings of loneliness or isolation. People who just feel lonely, people who are just alone, people who are not associating with people. Because as a human, you need to associate with people, you need to socialize. But having feelings of loneliness or being isolated can be a risk factor that can contribute to mental illnesses. Now, people can experience different types of mental illnesses or disorders, and they can often occur at the same time. Mental illnesses can occur over a short period of time or be episodic, come in episodes. This means that the mental illnesses come and go with discrete beginnings and ends. And that is why in the society today there is need for education about mental health. Now, mental illnesses can also be ongoing or long-lasting. So how do you look after your mental health? Now, it is important to take care of yourself and get the most from life. So I want to suggest 9 practical ways to look after your mental health, because making simple changes to how you live doesn't need a cost, to cost a fortune or take uploads of time. Anyone can follow this. So why don't you start today? So I want to suggest 9 practical ways. Number 1, talk about your feelings. Talking about your feelings can help you stay in a good mental health condition and deal with times when you feel troubled. It ensures that you're not just living with your own problems, you're sharing. Number 2, keep active. So regularly exercise or regular exercise can boost your self-esteem and can help you concentrate. It can help you as well sleep and feel better. Exercise helps or keeps the brain and your other vital organs healthy and is also a significant benefit towards improving your mental health. So exercise regularly. And it doesn't have to be a very long exercise. Just take a walk around. Number 3, eat well. Your brain needs a mix of nutrients in order to stay healthy and function well. And it's just like your other organs in the body. Take a balanced diet. A diet that's good for your physical health is also good for your mental wellness. Number 4, keep in touch. There is nothing better than catching up with someone face to face, but that's not always possible, especially in the current times. So you can also give them a call, drop them a note, or chat them online instead. Keep the lines of communication open. It is good for you. Do not just be a lone ranger. Number 5, ask for help. None of us are superhuman. We all sometimes get tired or overwhelmed by how we feel or when things do not go as we plan. So if things are getting too much for you or you feel you can't cope, ask for help. They are your friends, they are your family members, and they are counselors as well. Local services are there to help you. Number 6, take a break. A change of scene or a change of pace is good for your mental health. This could be just as simple as a 5 minutes pause from cleaning your kitchen, from doing your normal work, a half-hour lunch break at work, or just a weekend, a vacation, exploring somewhere new. A few minutes can be enough to distress you. Give yourself some me time. Number 7, do something you're good at. What do you enjoy doing? What do you love doing? What activities can you lose yourself in? What did you love doing in the past? Enjoying yourself can help beat stress. Doing an activity you enjoy, probably you're good at it, and achieving something boosts your self-esteem. It helps you even be able to enjoy and rejoice in the small and celebrating the small achievements that you make. Number 8, accept who you are. Now, we are all different. It's much healthier to accept that you're unique than you wish you were more like somebody else. Stop comparing yourself with people. Feeling good about yourself boosts your confidence to learn new skills. It helps you build your self-esteem. Number 9, care for others. And this is the last one. Care for others. So friends are really important. We help each other whenever we can. So it's a two-way street, and supporting them uplifts me. So caring for others is often an important part of keeping up relationships with people close to you. It can even bring you closer together, thus building you and helping you in your mental wellness. So take care of your mental wellness, and remember, your mental health is as important as your physical health. This was brought to you by Healthylife Counseling and Consultancy, where we promote mental health care to the glory of God. You can contact us for professional counseling services. Our phone numbers are 0110 27 38 01 and 0701 245 885. And you can WhatsApp us on 0110 27 38 01. We have services of individual counseling, group counseling, family sessions and couple therapy, and student mentorship programs. See you in the next video. Shalom.